Jeopardy! Contestants impress the audience with their trivia knowledge and quick thinking, but sometimes they even flaunt their sense of humor on the show. The host, Jennings, is not only known for his witty comments, but he is also a good sport when a player makes fans laugh at his expense. This happened when former champion Brian Chang opted to troll Jennings during Final Jeopardy! Before winning big. When Chang got a question he didn't know the answer to, he chose to write down, "What is H&R Block?" This was the answer to the question that ended Jennings' 74-game winning streak on the show. While the perfectly timed joke cracked everyone up, Jennings handled it well. Back in 2021, Chang kicked off his win streak with a runaway game where the other two contestants couldn't win enough money to wager and take the championship away from him. Thus, during Final Jeopardy!, Chang had plenty of cushion to play around and have some fun on before the episode ended. Jennings read out the final clue: adjusted for inflation, the nightly rate this company put in its name in 1962 is now $51. After taking their time, all three players wrote down their answers, and Jennings started with the day's returning champion, Donge, who wrote down the correct answer, "What is Motel 6?" He then went to the runner-up of the day, Lisa Garner, who also got it correct. Jennings then moved to Chang and painfully read his answer, "What is H&R Block?" They burst into laughter as Jennings let out a big ooh. In 2004, Jennings managed to set a record of 74 consecutive wins on Jeopardy! During his time as a contestant on the show. He finally lost his streak to Nancy Zerg, who beat the great champion by just $1 on a question under the business and industry category. When former host Alex Trebek read the clue, most of this firm's 70,000 seasonal white-collar employees work only 4 months a year, Jennings seemed to be at a complete loss. While he wrote down "What is FedEx?" as his guess, Zerg got the correct answer, "What is H&R Block?" Thus, Chang writing down the same as his answer was the ultimate prank on Jennings. Despite being trolled, Jennings handled the situation as a gracious host. "I know from experience, H&R Block is sometimes the right answer, but not today," the host said. "Even though you brought back some bad memories for me, you're still going to go home with $13,201, he added as Chang grinned. Jeopardy! Fans loved the savage move by Chang, and many took to the comments on YouTube. "My man Brian just paid $3,799 to troll Ken," wrote one fan, at Caleb6705. "I bet Brian probably knew the answer, but wanted to troll Ken because it was a business question," added at r.t. 88,414. In what might be the most audacious stunt in recent Jeopardy! History, a contestant managed to pull off a prank on host Ken Jennings that has left both fans and the host himself shaking their heads. The incident, which took place during a special taping of the game show, has sparked conversation across social media, highlighting the unpredictable mix of strategy, mischief, and nostalgia that Jeopardy! Continues to inspire. It all began during a taping for a celebrity-themed special, when contestants were invited to participate in a light-hearted segment alongside Jennings, who has been at the helm of Jeopardy! Since taking over hosting duties. What was intended as a celebratory, fun episode quickly turned into a moment that even Jennings called a blast from the past. The kind you don't always want to relive. According to sources close to the production, the contestant in question, a well-known trivia enthusiast with a reputation for clever antics, decided to play a prank that hit a very specific nerve. As the show progressed, the contestant repeatedly buzzed in with answers that were technically correct but delivered in a way that referenced one of Jennings' own past on-air slip-ups, moments that, while memorable to viewers, Jennings himself has referred to as bad memories in interviews. The contestant, it seems, had done their homework. Not only did they know the history of Jeopardy! Episodes that had gone viral for unusual reasons, but they also had memorized the exact mannerisms and timing that Jennings had displayed during these incidents. When a question about American literature appeared on the board, the contestant answered in a tone, rhythm, and phrasing identical to one of Jennings' famously awkward past responses, eliciting a mixture of laughter and cringes from the audience. "For a moment, it felt like I was back in 2004, Jennings said backstage after the taping, referencing a particularly infamous episode where a contestant had stumped him with an obscure historical reference. "I had flashbacks I didn't think I'd ever have again. And then, there it was, live, on stage, in my face. It was surreal." Fans who witnessed the prank immediately took to social media, with clips of the interaction circulating widely. Many praised the contestants' audacity and creativity, calling it the ultimate meta Jeopardy! Moment and a tribute to the show's long history in the most hilarious way possible. Others sympathized with Jennings, noting that reliving past mistakes, even in jest, can be unnerving, especially when those moments have been immortalized online. Interestingly, the prank didn't disrupt the game's flow in a meaningful way. Jennings handled the situation with his trademark poise, responding with good humor and even laughing along at some points. Production insiders note that while the crew was initially worried about how Jennings would react, he took it in stride, demonstrating why he is widely respected not only as a host but as a consummate professional. However, the prank's impact extends beyond the studio laughter. It has prompted a broader discussion about how Jeopardy! Contestants engage with the show's history. In the past, contestants have occasionally referenced memorable host moments, but rarely with such precise mimicry designed to provoke a reaction. This incident shows that contestants are increasingly aware of the show's digital footprint and the host's public persona, using it creatively to add layers of humor and strategy to the game. The contestant in question also shared their perspective after the taping. "I've been a fan of Jeopardy! For years, and I've watched every episode of Ken Jennings hosting. I just thought it would be funny to honor some of the more infamous moments," they said in an interview. "I didn't want to make him uncomfortable, I wanted to make people laugh. And honestly, if it brings a little nostalgia and a few oh no moments for Ken, that's part of the fun." Jennings, for his part, acknowledged that while the prank brought back bad memories, he appreciated the ingenuity behind it. "It's clever, and I can't really be mad about it," he said. "Part of being on Jeopardy! Is knowing that the contestants are going to bring their own personalities to the board. Sometimes that includes pranks, sometimes that includes intense trivia showdowns, and sometimes it's a mix of both. Today was definitely a mix." The prank also sparked conversation among former contestants. Many commented that the line between playful teasing and respectful competition is thin, but when executed thoughtfully, moments like these can add to the legacy of Jeopardy! Rather than detract from it. "It shows how much thought goes into the game," one former contestant wrote. "And it reminds us that Ken has been part of so many memorable moments, some we laugh about, some we wince at. It's all part of the package." Social media reaction has been divided, but largely positive. TikTok and Twitter exploded with clips of the prank, and fan communities have been dissecting the timing, delivery, and historical references involved. Memes quickly emerged, with captions like "Ken's face says it all and when your trivia comes back to haunt you," highlighting the humorous side of revisiting past missteps on national television. From a production standpoint, the segment also served as a reminder of the unpredictability inherent in live tapings. Even in a controlled environment like Jeopardy! Moments of genuine surprise, whether intentional or accidental, can create some of the most memorable television experiences. It's a testament to both the contestants' creativity and the host's ability to adapt under pressure. Ultimately, this prank reinforces the enduring appeal of Jeopardy! As a show that balances intellect, entertainment, and humanity. The interaction between the contestant and Ken Jennings illustrates that even in a structured game, moments of spontaneity can capture viewers' attention and leave a lasting impression. For Jennings, the experience may have been a throwback to bad memories, but it also underscored why he continues to be a beloved figure in the world of game shows. As the episode prepares to air, fans are eagerly anticipating watching the prank unfold in full. Speculation abounds about how Jennings' reactions will translate on screen and whether the contestants' homage to past moments will become a defining moment in Jeopardy! History. For now, what's certain is that this prank has created a conversation that goes beyond the questions and answers, reminding viewers that even the most polished television shows are shaped by moments of human unpredictability, and sometimes, a little mischief. In the end, Ken Jennings summed it up best: "It was clever, it was unexpected, and yes, it brought back memories I'd rather forget. But it was also part of the fun of being on Jeopardy! And if the audience laughed, then that's a win in itself." Fans will undoubtedly be talking about this incident for years to come, analyzing every nuance and perhaps even speculating on future pranks that could challenge the host. It's a rare moment where game show precision meets playful chaos, and in doing so, it reminds everyone why Jeopardy! Continues to be a cultural touchstone.